Hey everyone. Well, I don't know how we're going to explain to start this video off. Like, I wasn't expecting it. So basically, we were just going to drop a mate off at Birmingham Airport, then go watch the planes at the Sheldon Country Park, until once we got to the airport, Alan showed us this video.
I'm giving you a special announcement. So today, Louis and his two brothers think that we're dropping our friend Mark to the airport and then going to watch the planes at Sheldon Country Park.
Well, we were actually going to train spot as well at Marston Green, but as you were expected, the trains were on strike. Continue?
But oh no, it's a surprise. We are really going on holiday to Tenerife and they don't know anything about it. So stay tuned for the big reveal when we show them this video at the Birmingham Airport car park. They can't wait!
And this was our reaction at the airport.
Choose a bag, boys.
This one.
Yeah, but you know what we're doing? Those bags are yours. Yeah?
You're going on that.
We're going to Tenerife.
Are we?
Going to Tenerife for the week, yeah?
No,
We are. Lily, we're going to Tenerife.
For real?
Yeah? Wanna go?
Yeah? We're all going on. I'm taking your car home for you. Oh, that's alright.
What'd you say?
Thank you very much.
What do you reckon, boys?
they're going.
To
Tenerife!
Yay! So, here we are then, unexpectedly at Birmingham Airport. Like, none of us was expecting this special moment. It was a really special surprise. One of the most surprising things that ever happened to me, actually. I've never expected a surprise of a holiday like this before. Well, here we go then. Let's go inside Birmingham Airport now and head over to departures. We don't need to check in because we don't have any big bags with us, so we can take our little ones on the plane. So we have skipped going through check-in, so we just have to go up the escalator to the first floor where we will make our way straight to departures. And we will be taking the express lane or fast track to security today. I didn't fancy going in a big queue towards security because I know how long the queues take to get through security, and it does take a really long time, so fast track was way quicker than I normally thought. Right, so we just got through security. It did take a little bit longer than expected because we had a lot more belongings on us as we were taking them on the plane. So now we're going to make our way over to the departure area and restaurants going via the World Duty Free shop. Who doesn't love that? So it was quick and easy to get through. It only takes a minute to get through the duty free shop and the way out towards the gates and the restaurants. Speaking of restaurants, we decided to stop by at Wetherspoons for a bit to have some dinner, as I forgot to have mine at home, and our flight isn't going for a bit, so let's get some food while we are here. And yes, indeed, it was really busy. It did take us a bit of time to find a seat, but luckily we found some that we can sit at and enjoy our food. Over 20 minutes later, our food has came. Lauren has decided to go for some chicken nuggets and some chips. I managed to get myself a pepperoni pizza.
Lovely. Thank you. Cheers, mate.
I think it's nice, Lauren.
Good.
Is it?
Very delicious indeed.
I've also managed to take a slice of my pepperoni pizza, give it a shot. It was, oh my word, really good, I must say. It was very delicious indeed. One of the best I've tried out so far. And now, the brothers desperately wanted a seat next to the window. I already guaranteed my spot because the last holiday I've been to, I haven't got a window seat. So it's between Lauren and Marlo to see who gets the window seat for this first leg over to Tenerife. And we've put them on the spot by playing rock, paper, scissors. It's best of 5, first to 3 points will claim their window seats.
2-1. Oh,
Lauren's getting
but you can go on the way back.
He's gotten the window seat. The best achievement you can get in years.
Now that we're done with our Wetherspoons, I think it's good time now to check what flight and airline we'll be travelling on.
So we can just see here, our flight up there is LS 12652 Tenerife South. That will depart at 3:30. So we must make our way over to gate 1 to 20 so we can arrive at our gate in time so we can be one of the first few people to board.
with that being said, let's make our way over to gates 1 to 20. And on our way, we decided to see a few planes out of the window making our way towards the gate.
Wow, we can see a Jet 2 over there. I don't think that's ours. There's a TUI 787 Dreamliner over there, a 737 over there. Fueling Airlines A320 just taking off over there, going to Barcelona. Well, okay, it's been confirmed. It's gate 14. Our Jet 2 holiday flight is going to be departing from. Let's make our way to gate 14 now. Yeah, we're boarding at last. Are you ready for it?
Yay!
Jet 2 to Tenerife South. There it is.
And here it is. This will be our aircraft that will take us over to Tenerife South with the registration GJCBA, which has been first delivered to Jet 2 Holidays in October 2017. So we've been waiting out here for a couple of minutes to let people on wheelchairs on first since they take higher priority than us. Then after a few minutes later, it was almost close to departure time. We can now board the plane. We are going to be heading towards the very back of the plane because we've booked seats 27A, B, D, E and F. So without any further ado, time to board the plane and find our seats. There is 34 rows of 3+3 configuration seating. We decided to move down until we find the 27th row. Well, it looks like I found my seat, so let's sit down.
Lovely view. And just the perfect time to get a Logan there, just arriving in. Looking forward for it.
Looking forward to it. Yeah?
Yeah, he said yes. He's excited.
And here we are, all on board the Jet 2 holiday flight to Tenerife South. We are expected to push back a little bit later than expected because we had a few other wheelchair users jumping on the plane today, and we just want to get everyone on as quickly as we can, and then we can push back and get going. Anyways, we are now pushing back now. We're just about to go through the safety instructions of the aircraft. After that, we are now taxiing our way over to the runway. And we don't have to queue for any planes taking off, so we are straight away taking off for Tenerife South. Here is the full clip of our plane taking off for Tenerife. And with that, we have now taken off for Birmingham Airport. So now we're making our way out of the United Kingdom and now heading for the Canary Islands. So our flight time today will be 4 hours and 30 minutes and we're due to arrive at Tenerife South at 8 o'clock later tonight. Our highest cruising altitude will be 37,000 feet. So there's not really much to do on the plane than just sit back, relax, have a little nap, play a little bit of games. And we'll meet you once we get close to Tenerife itself.
One eternity later.
Right, so it's been 4 hours and 30 minutes later and we are just about to land now at Tenerife South Airport. Here we are just about to land at the island of Tenerife on the Canary Islands. And here is our landing now at Tenerife South. Hopefully they don't slam it on the ground like Ryanair planes do. Welcome to Tenerife South, and our holiday has only just begun. Right, so without any further ado, let's now leave the plane as we now landed. We have parked outside of the terminal gates itself, so we're going to have to take a shuttle bus to take us into the terminal, which will be this Q Bus 3000. Right, we're now on our way over on a short hop to the airport terminal. The flight was quite good, very relaxing, it was peaceful, thankfully no babies crying. So here we are now arriving at the airport terminal itself. So let's get our way through arrivals and into the entrance of the terminal itself. Well, time to get through the arrival zone now. We are going to be having our boarding passes at the ready to get access to claiming our bags, although we did not have any because we didn't bring any huge belongings with us. So we skipped on that and head straight for the exit.
It was a nice flight, wasn't it?
It was nice, really. Yeah,
It's nice.
Give a nice flight. It's nice. It's in the air.
We're now going to be making our way to the exit of the airport and head to the taxi bays.
And we've made it outside the airport terminal at Tenerife South. So we're just going to be heading towards our taxi bay now because we're going to have a taxi going to take us to our apartment where we're going to stay for the week. So let's try to find one and see if we can take us there.
Only a few more minutes later and we've managed to find a taxi that will take us over to our hotel for the week. So let's get the brothers in the boot for being very naughty boys and I'll take the seat to the right of the window.
1 hour.
This reminds me of GTA.
Right, we just left Tenerife South Airport and we're now heading our way down the dual carriageway at some quite high speeds, 120 kilometers per hour or 75 miles per hour down the dual carriageway towards our hotel. And the views out here are absolutely magnificent. You can see a lot of mountains and trust me, they do look nice when you pass through them on the dual carriageway. By the way, this only took 15 minutes from the airport and here we are at our hotel for the week. Welcome to Ramada Hotel, where this is going to be our hotel that we're going to be staying in for the week. So let's go make our way over to our hotel accommodation. This takes a little bit of time to find our hotel accommodation as there was a lot of rooms, a lot of floors, a lot of passageways and a few flights of staircases that could lead up or down to whatever it could take you to.
Is that a mini golf? Oh, what a lovely pool.
We've now made our way up to the second floor where we can now see a bit of the swimming pool that we're going to be swimming in later on. So that is the size of it. We can also see one of the restaurants nearby that you can also serve yourself some breakfast and dinner. Anyways, we're almost there now to be finding our apartment that we're going to be staying in. And looks like we can just see it up ahead. Let's hope the accommodation is really good and more better than a Butlins holiday because trust me, it wasn't the greatest actually. So now let's go inside our hotel room and have a look around and see what it has to offer.
This is our apartment and this is our living room. Nice big settee, massive TV. This is the toilets right here. There's the loo. We've got a nice big shower there, a nice big sink. Hello. That's one of the bedrooms. I'm pretty sure I know who's sleeping there. Yeah, seems obvious. I'm curious whose bedroom this might be, but we'll see. Nice TV as well, and a fan.
And now it's time for the best part of this hotel, the balcony bit. Have a look at that.
Bloody hell, look at this.
Feels Egyptic, innit? This hotel is so massive, you can see almost everything, including the ocean from miles away, the mountains, the beautiful sunset, and the swimming pool down there as well, we can just see. This is one of the most beautiful holiday attractions that we've ever gone to at the moment. You get a fantastic view of the Atlantic Ocean from far away. You get the swimming pool in the distance that we could consider having a swim in eventually. And the view towards the top of that. I always wonder how many rooms could be at the top of them. So this is our holiday experience here at Tenerife and it only just began and I'm really looking forward to be seeing what else we could be doing in Tenerife very, very soon for this upcoming vlog and you can see for yourself.
Morning everybody. It's day 2 of our holiday here at Tenerife in Spain. Just woken up to a beautiful sunny sunshine, blue skies, the ocean still looks beautiful blue out there. And we're just going to get ourselves sorted in this holiday, have a quick look around the accommodation, the hotel, and we might go for a swim down at the pool later on. And we could possibly do other stuff like go down to the nearby beach. Could be doing that. It just depends on if we got any time for that. So it just depends on how much time we got to do this vlog today and possibly tomorrow if I can fit in extra slots in. So without any further ado, should we get started with today?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Alright then, let's get this new day started as we are going to be having a couple of hours in the swimming pool. So we're just going to go find our beach beds that I think that will make us fit perfectly fine, because I know it's going to be quite sunny today. And it looks like Marlo is jumping straight into the pool.
Oh, yeah, definitely cold.
Don't run, don't run. He wants to hug. Don't run.
Oh no, thanks.
Want to hug me?
Oh,
Want to hug?
oh no.
Come here.
Oh no.
Come here.
Well, that was kind of nice from Milo, but I wasn't even ready to get in the pool yet. Well, I'm about to get in now. It's going to take me a few moments for me to get used to the water because I am not used to cold water at all. So it does take me a little bit of time to get my shoulders underneath the water so I can perfectly get into the pool properly. Ah, you little sh...
3, 2, 1.
Nah, too cold for me. I'm going to sunbathe. But not yet though. I actually got into the pool for once. Thought I would do a bit of swimming with Lauren. Just doing a bit of doggy paddling or swimming from one side to the other, then going back. Well, I spent about half an hour in the pool, but I decided to get out later after that and then do a bit of sunbathing on my beach bed. And so I found a cat over there. Wasn't expecting any cats here at this hotel. And it's also feeding itself a bit of water. Probably thirsty.
Oh, he's actually drinking now. If I can see its tongue.
And there has been a bit of mischief going on with the brothers recently. So who's more heavier then? A boy who's only 10 or a lady in her 40s?
Let's go. Well done.
And here's round 2, and revenge is just coming around the corner now. And that was payback right there. So then we've just done a few hours of swimming in the swimming pool there. It was nice. It was a little bit cold when I first got in, but I got used to the water. A little bit more chaos down there as well when the brothers kept pushing the big ones into the pool. But now that we're done with that, we're going to spend a couple of hours now waiting to head downtown to Costa Abdeque, where we will be going down to a bar, get some dinner, and we'll see what else we could do once we get down to the bottom of the hill. Right, I guess it's now time for another taxi trip down to the bottom of the hill. This time we are going to be heading towards the Costa Abdeque seafront, where we're going to go to the bar, get a quick drink, and then head to one of the restaurants. There's multiple there, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to find which one that will suit us best, and then we'll get some pudding at the end of the night. And we are now here just near the seafront at Costa Abdeque, so we're going to go find a place that we're going to eat now. Costa Abdeque is one of the most popular towns and attractions here in Tenerife, and you expected to see quite a bit here in the town centre and at the seafront itself. So we walked down to the very end of the path to find there is numerous of restaurants and shops. With the restaurants you can find here at Costa Abdeque seafront can either be Chinese restaurants, Indian restaurants, Italian restaurants that can have pizzas there, and I'm in the mood for a bit of pizza, but there's quite a bit around here, not gonna lie. But first thing up tonight, we're going to be getting a quick drink here at Rossini.
Oh, what type of flavour is that?
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Wow, never expecting a cocktail like that one before. So tell us about this San Francisco cocktail you had. Was it good?
Yeah.
What were the flavours were like in there? I'm kind of
Like
curious.
watermelon.
Watermelon?
Like pineapple.
Pineapple.
And like orange juice.
Blimey, you got a bit in there, that's for sure.
So let's go find a restaurant now, and after a few minutes of searching later, we managed to find one called La Brasserie, which is a steakhouse and a pizzeria.
So we're just ordering now. Marla already has a choice. I know it's a famous saying. What is it?
Chicken chicken nugget. A chicken chicken nugget. A chicken chicken nugget. A chicken nugget.
And with that magic of transitions, the chips and chicken nuggets from Milo has arrived. Not only that, I also got myself a pizza, but it's margarita. And I thought I wanted pepperoni, but I did not have pepperoni on the list. But I'll give it a try.
They are very good. Very nice.
Lowen also picked up some crispy chips and some burger meat. And I can't believe I actually tried out a margarita pizza. I thought I wouldn't like it, but it's alright, you could say that. I had a couple of slices and it went fine.
Pretty good, pretty nice.
So since we're now done with the margarita pizza, the chips, nuggets and the meat, we're now going to go head to a pudding stand now where we're going to get the brothers some ice cream right here.
So what are you aiming for? What type of pudding do you like?
Don't know.
Like what type?
I don't know. Cookie and cream. Cookie and cream. Oreo.
Cookie and cream with a bit of Oreo in it. I do like saying that in a deep voice. Anyways, a minute later, we've got the ice cream.
Mine okay?
Is that good?
Where are you going?
So how's that, Marlo?
Very delicious and good.
I'm surprised of how dark it's turned already, but our time here is about to run out. So we're going to head back to our main taxi bay now, as we're going to get a taxi back to the hotel, where we're going to be wrapping up day 2 here. So let's skip straight on to day number 3, where we will be heading to the beach. Good morning. You join us at one of the beaches downtown, quite a distance away from Costa Ideki actually, because we stopped by at one of these beaches that we should consider going in for a bit. So we're going to spend a couple of hours here, do a bit of fun, make some sandcastles, play on the sand, and possibly go out on the sea maybe to get the brothers' time spent off. This is a different beach compared to the one nearby the seafront at Costa Ideki. This one is called Playa del Q, which is about a 15 to 20 minute walk from Costa Ideki seafront itself. This is a different beach that we wasn't really meant to be heading to, but this is quite a fine beach though. It's really nice, plenty of shade if you own a beach bed, and a lot of big waves as well. Could have brought my paddleboard here. For the next few hours we've been kicking a ball around on the sand. Lowen and Alan have been doing quite a bit of that while we were here and catching. And we still got the chance to get plenty of time spent in the sea itself. I also managed to get my shoulders underneath the water after a couple of minutes getting in for the first time. And it seems like my brothers are really enjoying it. It's been a while now since we have been in that sea. It was very nice and blue. Managed to go for a swim in that. Yes, I did. And now, while we're dry off, we're going to be playing this game, Piggy in the Middle, with Alan, Marlo and Lowen all playing together. Also, in the meantime, we have managed to bury Lowen's feet. Yeah, we have to dig a hole in the sand, and then we just got to put his feet in, and then we covered it all up. I don't know how you managed not to fall over there, but that is our time now finished here at Playa del Q beach. Right, that's it then. We just finished our time here on the beach. Spent a good few hours there, having a swim in the pool. Actually done that. Making some sandcastles, playing a bit of football on the sand. You enjoyed that, yeah. But what we're going to do now is we're going to head back to the hotel, dry ourselves off, get rid of all the sand and dirt all over us by getting in the pool, and maybe Want to do a bit of ping pong, table tennis?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's back to the hotel now.
Back at Ramada Hotel now, where we're going to just jump into the pool for a bit as we're going to get all the dirt and sand off of us. And a little bit too much rubbish going on over here. Yeah, well, I should have known. That was very cheeky. Moving away from the chaos near the swimming pool now, as we're going to be moving on to table tennis and ping pong. Not only that this is available, you can also play massive chess as a dartboard nearby and a few snooker tables, but one of them was out of use. And I don't think my brothers has ever played chess before. Like, they are getting it absolutely out of control. They don't know how to properly play it, and they just keep on moving the pieces around too much. It was rather cloudy earlier, but we managed to have a swim, get all the sand and dirt off first. Then we played a little bit of table tennis as well. We got a high score of 80. Oh, I couldn't give a crap. And then later, we should hopefully try go down to the Irish pub, spend a couple of hours there, play a bit of pool. And then we're going to a restaurant that you can sit in a car eating food. I'm looking forward for that. Let's get ourselves prepared now and make our way down to the bottom of the hill. I thought we'd do a bit of exercise this time as we're going to walk our way from the hotel to the seafront. We're not going to the Irish pub yet as we want to take the brothers on the trampoline because they asked to. So here we are nearby the Costa Ideki seafront where we're going to give the brothers a bit of time jumping on the trampolines before we head to the Irish pub. A little bit too early for that, but we will head there eventually. And just for fun, I thought I'd just give it a shot. Yeah, I haven't bounced on one of these trampolines for quite a bit now. This only cost a £5, so this was perfectly fine for at least 10 minutes jumping. Weirdly, yeah, you're just in that. We now welcome you to the Irish Oak, the home of great music, entertainment, a bit of sport and a bit of pool. We will do this in the meantime while we go get a drink before we head to our special restaurant that we're going to be eating in tonight. Stay tuned to find out. In the meantime, we've been playing a bit of You-Know with Marlo and the others. And for the next half hour, we've been playing a bit of snooker or pool or whatever you want to call it. On the red balls, while Alan is the yellow balls. And sometimes I'm just having the baddest luck at the moment. It's always that moment when I accidentally hit the white ball into one of the holes when it was not meant to be doing that. I missed out on a lot of goes and Alan has got rid of most of the balls before I did. And there we go. That was such a failure. Like, that was the most embarrassing lose. Right, let's now chill for a bit, play some more games, eat some Pringles, have a pint and drink some water. As we're going to have a bit of music on now, and I'm always curious which music that will be requested next. This is the reveal.
I should have known.
As I were expected, wasn't expecting it, we all got rickrolled in an Irish pub. Even Marlo is vibing, dancing along to the music. Anyways, let's finish off all these points and then we will head to our restaurant tonight.
So earlier when I was talking about these car restaurants around here in Tenerife, this one up ahead is where we're going to be eating at. Not only it's a restaurant, but it's also a car restaurant. As you can see, a few cars parked outside of it and you can sit in it, have dinner.
So, there is 3 cars dating back to the last century. All 3 of these were back a really long time ago. You can also sit on one of these, have your own food, and if you're a boring person, you can just sit on the tables. Anyways, we'll have a quick look inside, which I have a motorbike parked in the centre, and a little miniature railway on top as well. Right, time to get our car table. Try guess which car we will be jumping in. The white, the black, or the red one. You're gonna make a decision rather quickly as we are making our way over there now. It's not the red one. It's not the black one. We are going towards the far end, which will be the white car. That will fit us all on this table. Let's sit on it now. Now let's have a look at what food that we should consider eating tonight. On the list, well, unfortunately no pizza, but I had one last night. So I decided to go for my own burger. I'll take a single along with some wedgies.
Out of all the food on the list, which food will you consider going for tonight?
Chips and chicken nuggets.
That's all we need to know. Marla's having the same, and a couple of minutes later, our food has came. My delicious looking burger along with a few wedgies. Milo got his chips and chicken nuggets on him, having a taste of the chicken nuggets. He's liking it. And Lowen's giving 2 thumbs up. He must be really enjoying the food that he's having.
3, 4.
The infamous countdown where we're counting down for me to try out the food. With that thumbs up, I thought it was very delicious indeed. Even the wedgies taste quite good as well.
Well, we've just had our food. It was very delicious indeed. That burger was yummy. I like the wedgies. They're little and exactly how I wanted it to be. Lowen, did you enjoy yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, was it?
Very delicious indeed.
Very delicious indeed. So since we're now done with our food, we're about to get the taxi back up to the top of the hill as we do got to get ready for early in the morning as we do got to head out somewhere very special. Wait until you find out in just a few moments. But for now, let's go back to the hotel. Well. It's the next day. A little bit cloudy, but hopefully it will go away eventually. Looking up rather early, almost 9 o'clock, getting ready to go out as we are just about to get ready to go out to one of the world's best water parks in the world. That's won 7 titles of being the best water park in the world by TripAdvisor, as we're going to be going to Science Park. We should have all the slides there that we're going to try go on all of them if we can try. Have a few cocktails, Lowen just like them, and go out on the pool and possibly get hit by the big waves. Any further ado, let's get the taxi down there now. Back out on one of the dual carriageways again here in Tenerife, as we are now going to be making our way down the dual carriageway towards Science Park. We got everything ready with us, our sun cream is with us, towels, everything that we need, and we're on the approach to Science Park and we can now see the grand entrance. Wow, here we are then, making it to one of the world's best water parks in the world, Science Park. So now that we're here, we're going to get ourselves booked in, then go on the slides. Bear in mind though, it does get rather busy when we get to here rather early, as I know the times for people getting in can be really busy. So we're going to get ourselves queued in now, and then hopefully we'll get it after 10. Right, said Fred, we've just gotten the ticket. Now let's have a look at the map and see what Science Park has to offer. So that's the entire map of Science Park. Quite huge if you ask me. We've got to make most of our time looking around trying to find the perfect slide that will suit us best.
So we're here right now, and that lake's just there.
Oh yeah. Upon arrival, you can also see a water fountain and a few sea lions and dolphins in the water. We're now making our way through the shopping area of Science Park, where you can buy some souvenirs, clothes, hats, etc. You're creepy. A couple of more minutes of queuing later, we're now going to be making our way over to Science Beach, where we will have our beach beds waiting for us. Here we're just passing one of the lazy rivers here, which we should consider going on in a bit, and one of the directions of this lazy river leads off to somewhere unknown. We'll have to wait and find out where that will lead to in a bit. And here we are at Science Beach, where we can see a whole lot of beach beds, but we're going to find one just at the very front so we can go in the water in a bit. And also, this is right near to one of the huge waves, which activates at around 22 o'clock. We'll make sure to get back here in time before the big waves begin, because trust me, they are really big indeed. Anyways, this will be our beach bed that we should consider sitting down in. Let's all our stuff down and get ourselves ready to go on some water slides. Also, I've been doing a bit of shopping recently. Got some merchandise, some Science Park hat. Marlo's got it as well, jealous. And Lowen's got one as well.
So while we're here, we're just going to get ourselves prepared, get these shoes on. We've got to wear these around the park, and then we will start to go down some slides and do a whole lot of fun. Marlo's going to do the laziest bit, the lazy river. I'll tell you what though, it's a good thing I also brought this GoPro, so I can record myself going down the rides.
We switch cameras now over to the GoPro, where we'll film a few rides and the lazy river, which will be included first. This was a really nice, relaxing experience on the lazy river, including when we get to the water fountain. Marlo was getting absolutely wet, while he was absolutely nowhere near the fountain. Freaking out after he got soaked by the water coming underneath the hole of the donuts. Here we can see a really busy line going towards somewhere on the lazy river. We decided to go left, see where it goes. If we were to go right and straight on, it will just take us back to the start of the lazy river. But we'll see where this will take us to. Going through a little forest area until we got to a conveyor belt that will take us up the ramp to somewhere, and we will shortly find out where this will take us to. You will in a minute once you're off the conveyor belt, which leads us to another part of the lazy river, and we will see where this one can take us to. Casually cruising down the river until we get into a bit of a traffic jam as we are queuing to go down a slide on a lazy river. And here we go then, we're sliding down to see where this will take us to.
Oh god, bit of a drop.
And we made it to the bottom of the slide, where we're now going through an underwater tunnel. In the underwater glass tunnel, you can see various sea animals, including another slide above, which is the Tower of Power, one of the fastest dropping slides at Scion Park. We're now making our way out of the underwater tunnel and making our way outside, where we now head towards the end of the lazy river.
Well, it looks like we've just left Milo and Nina to do all of that again. And we're going to go on some big slides, are we, Lowen? Yeah.
Well, it turns out that the other two are going around the Shark River again. So, in the meantime, while they're off doing their lazy business, we decided to go on some big water slides, starting off with the Dragon, which is a four-seater, and the difficulty is red, meaning that there are some bit of dramatic drops ahead. And luckily, we have a fast pass for all of the rides, so we don't have to queue for half an hour to get on a slide and just go down there for 30 seconds. Anyways, let's roll. Great way to kick things off. Let's move on to our next slide now. Here we are at our next water slide, and now there's a choice of two here, two rapid slides here, but we're going to kick things off first with the Patong Rapids, and there's a Mekong Rapids opposite that we could do after this one. Right, let's get ready to rumble, shall we? Down we go. And here we go, singing Liverpool football chants. A nice medium difficulty slide right there, pretty relaxing for all the family. Anyways, let's move on to our next slide. And this is another quick, fast one. Only me and Lowen are going down this one. Despite it being a 3-seater, I had to be at the back to stretch my legs. Alan's going down with a few of his mates. Anyways, this ride is called Singha. That was a fast one as well, and I was absolutely splashed at the back. Wish I was sitting at the front now. We're now back at Sign Beach, and good thing is that we now have the whole family back in the pack. Anyways, we made it back in time for the big waves to begin. If you hear a bang, you know they're coming. The waves continue for another 20 minutes. Anyways, it is getting close to dinner time now, so let's get ourselves back together and head to the restaurants. And this is the nearest restaurant to Sign Beach. Let's find ourselves a seat. We'll nick one from the other table as well so we can get a fiver, and we'll help ourselves with our food.
A few moments later.
There was a buffet nearby and we helped ourselves out with our own food. Let's have a look at what we got. We got some few Pepsi drinks, a pizza, a few chippies, chicken Phillips, a few breads, and I managed to grab myself some chicken nuggets. 6 of them in there. I had a few chips and some bread. This kind of reminds me of McDonald's foods, doesn't it? My GoPro is too quiet to hear me say very delicious indeed, so I'll just set it on there. Anyways, we're going to check out Lost City for the next few minutes to see what it's like. A nice attraction for the kids to spend a little bit of time, go down the slides, all of that. And apparently I wasn't on this for long, only for like 30 seconds, as the lifeguard told me that I was too old for this since this was a kids area. Which was fine, but I went off to the bigger water slides after that, so we can continue on going down the big slides with me, Al and Lowen after that. He's got told the same thing. Moving on now to our next slide, which is the Naga Racer. We even took Marla on this one. We didn't need to use our fast passes for this one, since the queues weren't really that big for this ride.
Here we go!
Great racing from top to bottom. Alan's got right past us, almost at the end as well. Let's move on to our next line now, which is the opposite of the Patong Rapids, which is the Mekong Rapids. We even took Marla down the slide as well. I even had the GoPro on my head, but unfortunately, my GoPro was turned off. Couldn't get the footage. And we now introduce you to one of the tallest and fastest slides here at Scion Park, which is no other than the Tower of Power. Here we can see Alan coming down on it. We now introduce you to another fishbowl ride, which is Kinnery. It's another red difficulty one, so some dramatic drops may come along the way. And when I mean dramatic, this one has more extreme drops. In case you're wondering, the other two are back at Lost City, where they go enjoy the suntans and the slides there. we play that clip for a few seconds. Not only my camera fell to my legs, but I've also bit my mouth that badly. It bleeded. It was bleeding for like 3 minutes. Not only that, a couple of hours later, I've also got 2 ulcers on the side of my mouth. Now that would teach me a lesson not to keep my mouth wide open during the drops. We're going to move on to the next slide now. This one being known as the Giant, which is a twin slide, although we're going for the one on the right hand side. Looks like Al and Lone are going down together on that one, so I'm alone on the single donut. Got stuck a little bit on that one, but we managed to get down to the bottom just in time for our next slide. And there's a choice of 4 here on the next one, as we're now going to be making our way over to the jungle snakes. The queues weren't busy for all these 4 rides, so no need to use the fast pass. We're all going down on single donuts on this one, and on the last one we go down as usual. Back to the top of Jungle Snakes, where we're about to go down Boa, and this one is a full tunnel ride to the bottom. That was Boa, nothing much from a pure blackness ride. Now we're going to move on to Cobra, the 1 second to the left. Getting a little bit wet before the end of the ride, so now we got 1 more Jungle Snakes to go, and that is Python, which is the one on the far left hand side. And that was Python, and that was the final Jungle Snakes water slide we have been on. Unfortunately, time is running out, so we're going to make our way back over to Cyan Beach now. Going via this water fountain right here, where we're just stepping on a few rocks to get access to the other side. And with that, we've got all our stuff that we need, our clothes are back on, and we're now making our way for the exit, as our time here at Cyan Park is over now. We're now going to make our way back to the hotel and talk about our experience. Oh my days, what a day it has been. All of those water slides gone down was absolutely brilliant. A lot of fun, screaming on the way down. Despite that, I bit and cut my lip on one of those rides, the fishbowl ones that had a very extreme drop. Well, bleeding for about 2 minutes, but now it's gone, but it's fine now. I can still feel it, but it doesn't cause any more harm to me now. But since we're now done with that, we're going to wrap up today here. I tell you what though, it's been quite a quick holiday this is. We're already on day 6, which is Monday, and 2 more days until we unfortunately head back to where we don't want to be, but we have no other option. So what we're doing today is that we're going to be going down to the bottom of the hill, this time to do a bit of power ascending. Well, this was something that I was willing to do for quite a bit, and hopefully the weather does not disappoint us. As I tried to do this a couple of days ago, it unfortunately got cancelled because of the very heavy wind. And hopefully, if it's not windy today or doesn't have too many winds, we can hopefully try going out there and try doing it. Maybe Lone could be doing it as well. Let's get for taxi now. Here we are then, made it to the Costa Ideki Harbour. Well, our taxi driver dropped us off right near where the Rainbow Bridge is over there, which I got a picture of it in the night time. It's really nice. So now that we're at the harbour view now, we're going to get ourselves booked in, hop on board our boat vehicle, and then we'll do a bit of power ascending. Oh, I'm ready for it as well. He's ready. Let's do this. The gate has now been opened, and now we've got full access now to the harbour. We're going to make our way over to the boat stand, which our boat should be arriving in the next 5 minutes. So in the meantime, we're going to get ourselves set up and prepared. We put on our life vests, our jackets, we put all of our belongings away so they are secure and safe in the white box. And this is what we could have won. It's Bully's star prize. It's a speedboat. And this will be our boat to do some parasending. So without any further ado, we're going to make our way onto the boat now. Just got to be careful though, I don't accidentally fall in the water. Oh, we're on the boat.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
I thought she was going to fall off.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Titan.
Rumble!
We're currently waiting for a couple of more people to jump on the boat and then we will set sail. After everyone has gotten on board, we put on our safety harness, we sat down and we're prepared to go.
I've been on a boat in ages.
We now left Costa Adeje Harbour and now we're picking up speed towards the Atlantic Ocean. This is just about the same speed you would go on the Thames rockets in London. I remember the last time I've been on here, the top speed going across the Thames was 35 to 40 miles per hour. We want to get as far away as possible from Costa Adeje but not too far out. That will leave us plenty of room to do our parasending. We are a minimal distance away from Costa Adeje now, so it's best time now to get the infamous Tenerife umbrella, which will be useful for our parasending session. This is what our experience will look like. We will be like a minimal distance away from the boat and we'll be going quite high above the ocean. And afterwards, it looks like it's now our turn to try out this experience. And looks like we're pushing back right now. And with that, we've been pushed back from the boat and now we're going to do a bit of parasending for the next 10 minutes to check out the beautiful skies, the ocean and the views of Tenerife itself from the distance away. And yep, the Liverpool football chants are back and trust me, we cannot stop singing this as we're the biggest Liverpool fans here. And in case you're wondering, Aston Villa is still a load of shit. We can also see the boat from a distance away now, and that is quite far from us now, and it's still taking us around. Here's what it looks like back at the speedboat. And yes, this camera does zoom in quite a bit there, so you can get a very good close-up to all of us at the top. About a few miles away now, on the way from Costa Adeje seafront itself, you can almost see all the buildings, all the mountains of Tenerife, and possibly our hotel as well that we could see in the distance. A few more seconds in, look down and we managed to spot a massive sea turtle down in the ocean. Never thought I could see that one that big before. Our time is about to run out, so we gotta make a landing back onto the boat in just a minute or two. After we try get our feet into the water, as we're gonna be doing that for like a minimum of 5 seconds, and then we'll shortly be back up in the air, and then 30 seconds later, we'll be back on the boat. Unfortunately, this did not happen since the winds are too heavy, and it would be a bad idea for the guys to do it in this type of weather conditions. Which was alright though, since we really enjoyed our time doing parasending, having a nice ride above the ocean, seeing the views, and we're now making the landing back onto the boat now. And we've landed back on the boat. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to go back to our seats and we'll now head back over to the harbour. And we're now speeding our way over now to Costa Ideki Harbour, and seems like the brothers are having a blast, putting their hands up like it's a roller coaster. We're going about 35 to 40 miles per hour down the ocean now back towards the harbour. And prediction for Lowen and Mara to go on the Thames rockets the next time we go back to London. That really has to happen. That will make an epic London Part 5. We're now back at the harbour. We're now going to find our boat stand, and then we will now exit the speedboat.
Oh my word, what a trip. That was speedy on the first bit, and on the bit back, we were cruising at about 40 miles per hour like the Thames rockets. That's like the total speed it was going when I first went on it. That's like the same speed on the ocean that time. And going up in the air, wow, what a load of fun. Oh, I thought you were going to scream, freak out, and you're going to say, I want to get off! So now that we're done with power sending, we're going to go find something to drink, and we will find out what activity we might do next.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Stepping away from the harbour view now, as we're going to make our way up the stairs towards the Sky Bar, where we're going to grab ourselves the drinks while we're here. Not only that we're getting drinks here, but there's also a nearby arcade centre. We just had a few drinks and cocktails. Now we're going to play a little bit of arcades, including a bit of pool, where me and Lowen are playing. And yes, the balls are different. I'm going for all of the shaded in colours, while Lowen is going for the stripy stripes. Fantastic shot from Lowen right there. Lowen was actually playing far better than I thought, but I still beaten him. We're moving on to Lowen's style of football arcades, which is kickboxer, where Lowen, all he has to do is kick a ball and see how many points you can score. That was the first kick, and that's the amount of points he scored. But here is Lowen's second go, and what can I say about this one? One of the funniest fails that we've had yet on a holiday. Lowen did take a bit of a slip over there. So yeah, that's just a small little arcade with a snooker table, kickboxers, about 4 arcade machines inside, and another snooker table. Without any further ado, said Fred, we're going to continue now. We now made it back to the main Costa Ideki seafront, where right near us is a crazy golf area with 18 holes. We decided to give a go at this one, so me, Alan and Milo decided to get our putters and our balls at the ready, and then we'll play some golf. Right, said Fred, without any further ado, we're now going to begin our 18-hole game of crazy golf. And here are some highlights and the best bits that we've gotten during our game of golf.
That's it.
The layout of the holes is quite nice and adds a bit of variety to this crazy golf course.
What?
I should have mentioned this at the beginning, that the grass or the green is quite bouncy, that's for sure. That sometimes the ball just keeps bouncing out of bounds.
You got scammed again. Oh wow, look at that.
Sorry, but this is golf, not snooker.
violent.
Moving on to the next hole now. We're over halfway now towards the end of the tournament.
Back to back hole in one. He's done it straight off the bat. Oh wow.
We're only a few more holes away now from the end, so let's see what we can do for the last few holes. And that was the last hole, which means we are now done with our crazy golf game. Good game, everyone. It's our final night out here at Costa Ideki Seaford, and to spend this last night nice, we are going to go inside the Mr. Sisters show bar, where we're going to have some great music, a pub quiz, and a whole lot of other stuff.
Mr. Sister! That was right. The one and only Mr. Sister!
A pub with shows that has been presented by quite a bit of drag queens in here tonight. I'm liking this. So we're about to get underway now with tonight's pub quiz. There is 20 questions in all, and the category is TV show tunes. All we have to do is guess the show by its theme tune.
Tonight it's going to be a TV theme quiz tonight. I'll be playing you 20 theme tunes from popular TV shows. The first one this evening.
Pair 1 is Bullseye.
Of course, Sunday nights aren't the same about availability, isn't it? Oh wait, that's the same day I'm premiering this video, aren't I? What a relief! So there was 20 questions in total. We're going through almost all of them now, and by the looks of it, we suddenly got one wrong that we didn't know which one it was. We managed to get a nice decent scoring, 19 out of 20 correct, which is quite an excellent score if you ask me. Since we are now done with our pub quiz tonight, we're going to party our way now all the way until midnight with some excellent tunes that want sometimes got us standing on our feet. And this is how you should spend your final night on your holiday. Well, here we are then. It's the last day of a holiday, and this will be 7 days of an amazing holiday that we won't forget. All of the fun that we've had, including all the tasty, delicious restaurants we've eaten in, the pizzas, burgers, all that, including Scion Park. I've also had 2 ulcers on my mouth. It really hurted when that happened. Yeah, it's been a memorable time. We'll never forget this. As unfortunately we are going to have to be heading back to Brum tonight, as it's our final day here. We'll be getting the 9:30 flight from Jet 2 from Tenerife South back to Birmingham Airport. So yeah, that's all we've got to say. So let's make our way down to the taxi bays now, and we'll catch our taxi to the airport. I feel the same thing. Right, just before our taxi arrives, let's go through what our best bits of the holiday were. Starting with Marla, what did you like most?
Fourth time we went to our apartment. Second, the balcony.
Obviously.
And third, everything.
Seems obvious, isn't it? Lowen, what do you like most?
Scion Park.
Oh, that was great as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great until I cut my lip. That was really a pain.
It was all bleeding all over your mouth.
To be honest though, what an amazing trip. Amazing surprise as well. Random police car going off. And we're just going to wait for our taxi now to take us over to the airport. And, oh, I can see it arriving now. Well, there we have it. It's been a fantastic week here staying in Tenerife as we're now leaving Ramada Hotel and we're now making our way over to Tenerife South Airport, where awaiting for us will be our Jet2 holiday flight back to Birmingham. Costa Adeje was a lovely seaside town with so many restaurants, such fun for the kids, and activities as well. And I know it can be absolutely depressing that we will have to leave today, but luckily none of us was in tears as we're now arriving back at the airport.
And here we are. We've made it to Tenerife South Airport. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make our way straight to departures because we don't have any heavy bags with us. Now, last time we was coming back from Palma de Mallorca Airport, one of my brothers there was depressed so much that they don't want to leave. So they really do enjoy their time on holidays, and I know it truly means a lot to them. But of course, holidays don't even last forever. But since we're at Tenerife South Airport now, let's make our way to the departures area.
And here is the inside of the airport terminal. Looks nice and modern, quite bright, and despite it being a bit of a small airport, it's still quite a nice airport to go have a look around and watch the planes. And we're now going to be making our way over towards the security area, and then we will go through the World Duty Free shop and towards the plane's gates.
A few moments later.
We've just made our way through security and through the duty-free shop, and we're now arrived at the gate. And past the time, we will have a look at a few airplanes while I'm here and charge our devices, as our flight will last about 4 hours back to Birmingham. So in the meantime, let's have a look at a few planes. Straight in front of us, we can see a Ryanair Boeing 737-800. We can see a Wizz Air Airbus A321neo taking off in a minute. We can just see a TUI Boeing 737-800 pushing back, and then will shortly take off for Brussels in Belgium. Then we have a crossover of EasyJet Airbus A320s. One of them just landed in and one of them is about to take off. And just in front of us now, we can see this Ryanair plane pushing back. Since that's now going, we can now have a look at what our flight is tonight. We are on the 21:05 to Birmingham, which is LS 1266. It will arrive at 8 o'clock and boarding will begin at 20:39. That alarm. That only means one thing. It's time to go on a ranting spree. This time we are going to be going on about the ridiculous prices for candy in the airport.
I'm currently in a duty-free shop, willing to buy some snacks for the flight back to Birmingham, and having a look at the candy prices, it's a joke. Seriously, look at this. So I was really going to buy some Pringles right here, but €5.95, that is not what you would expect. Normally at other shops, you would get about £2, €2 for other Pringles. Now let's go over here. Talk about Haribos, $9.50 for Haribos, blimey. Skittles here, quite common seeing these. But for only one of these packets, it's $10.50. Or if you get two, $15.75. But seriously, $10.50 for one package. These are more than Pringles. $8.95.
It's not the duty-free shop that has all these ridiculous prices. Candy Fair is another one, and WH Smith. And have a look at the price for the M&M chocolate bar, $6.95. That's more than Pringles, which was only $5.85, but this, what? And I know it's not Easter anymore, but for this surprise egg, it's €22.95. Honestly, where did I get these prices from? This is absolute.
One more minute before our gate is being revealed. I feel so sorry for everyone who's going on that East Midlands flight Jet2 LS634. They aren't going until midnight now because of how much delay has been put onto that flight. So we've got to go to A1. A1, that's at the very end. So it's all the way down towards the bottom. We're going to make our way over to A1 now, where our flight is going to be at.
And here is our aircraft. Just wait, that's not ours. That one is actually going to Leeds. Our flight is just arriving in from Birmingham now. A bit of history about this particular Boeing 737-800 that we will be flying back to Birmingham today, that this is one of the oldest Boeing 737-800s in the Jet 2 fleet, being around 24.9 years of age, almost 25, and it was first delivered to Jet2.com and Jet2 Holidays in January 2011. This aircraft also had a tail strike back in 2014. Right said Fred, we are just about to make our way onto the aircraft now, so let's jump on board and we'll find our seats. This time, we are in seats 29A, B, D, E, F. Same letters accommodation, just exclude the C. The main differences with this aircraft compared to the other Jet 2 Boeing 737s is that they don't have the fancy red lighting and, unexpectedly, no window blinds. Glad I didn't fly this to Tenerife as the sun was quite bright.
On the aircraft now, trying to get ready to take off in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yep. I know you don't want to leave, but it's one of those times. But hopefully we'll fly again away very soon.
Maybe next year?
Well, we're just going to have to wait and find out.
With that being said, we've gotten everybody on board the aircraft now and we're now pushing back to do the safety instruction. After going through the safety procedures of the aircraft, it's lights out inside the airplane and we're now taxiing our way to the runway. And the sky's gone quite quickly dark, hasn't it? And we're now on the runway and about to take off back over to the United Kingdom. Well, it's goodbye now from Tenerife South. With that, we have now left Tenerife South. Now, let's go through our best highlights and the credits.
We're going
to Tenerife! Yeah!
Bloody hell, look at this!
It looks like we're in the Hollywood Hills. I thought. Chips and chicken nuggets. A chips and chicken nuggets. A chips and chicken nuggets.
Four.
3, 2, 1. Very good.
Here we are then, made it to Scion Park Water Park, one of the best rated in the world.